Hello everybody. Welcome into this Patreon exclusive video. As you know, I'm doing a lot more of these right now, especially quick ones, market observations and trade breakdowns. And I do them in a quick and dirty manner, so I hope you're okay with that. But this one was a more complex one, and my mission is to help you all in the community to be very successful. And this is how I have made myself very successful over the last 30 years, and why I'm sharing it with you all now, because, as you know, I believe we don't have a lot of time left to do this. So now is the time to strike. I do believe the bots and the AI will take over in a few years. So now it's time to get this stuff out there. Anyway, this is how I generate cash, how I make money. My methodology, breaking down the trade, all the moving parts, because a lot of you were confused when I did the trade alert today. And I did a video back on June 1st, I think it was, or June 2nd, about the best trades of 2023, how I did so many with average return of 1,000% plus. But this is just going back into one of those and showing how I'm pulling even more money from it. So let me walk through this original trade. It was back in September 2022. The signal was from IDSS. I entered a synthetic long on MicroStrategy, which means I sold a put and I bought a call. My net debit was $9, which means my break even was MicroStrategy to hit $199. And I did a big YOLO on this one. And the ROI at the time, and then this is before the huge move that MicroStrategy just made, was 1,100%. But it's actually a lot more than that. And in fact, the ROI is infinity, because I'll explain why in a minute. Second step was April 4th, 2023. Again, IDSS gave me the signal. I sold the calls just like I sold calls again today. And I bought them back 5 weeks later for $14. Sold them for $40. Bought them back for $14.8. And I reduced the cost of my S synthetic long by $25.2. So now I've got a net credit in the position. I've got nothing in the market but a huge position worth a lot of money, and I get paid to take it out. This is the obscene nature of what I've been doing for a long time. Then the third leg today, which is the third leg again. So selling a call, because I bought the last one back. I waited for the spike, and I'm like a sniper in the trees. I'm sitting up in a tree, covered in urine, I've got makeup on, I'm hiding, and I'm waiting for the right moment to strike. Let me explain why I strike. So again, two tools today. One is IDSS. Second tool is ARB Cloud. And of course, my ARB model, which is on Patreon. I'll make sure you all have it. I sold the August 18th, 2023 $400 calls for $28. Reducing the cost of my SL by another $28. So now my credit is $44.2 per contract. Okay, so I do things in blocks of 20 contracts typically to explain. I just like that number, and I have many of them. And each block of 20 contracts right now, I got paid $44.2 for the position. Each 20 contracts is worth $500,000. And it just shows you how, it literally is taking money from a baby. So let's go to the models, how I got to my decision. First of all, the ARB calculator on Patreon. I do believe, based on the model, I don't see Bitcoin going back above 34,000, 34,500, 34,700 during the month of July and August, because it is a quiet month. Again, this is how I arrived at the numbers, the layer out model. You'll see how I use all the different tools together. If we do go to 35,000, MicroStrategy could go to 442. My break even is 428. I don't mind rolling up, dropping another few dollars to cover it if I have to. And I will do that if the time comes. But either way, I think we'll see over the next, 30, 40 days. Now, the Bitcoin layer out, 34,700 is possible. Remember that 34,000? According to this model, it is possible we spike up there. That would be the next step in the model. That's why we spent so long building this model, because it helps me determine layers to position my options and my spreads. And I can't stress that enough. I do not expect in July and August we'll have a rampage to 42,000 just yet. It could happen. Then we all make a lot of money. I will be there to roll up as well. But again, summer vacation sometimes is quiet. I believe Bitcoin could fall under 30,000 again. In addition, This is the confluence model, the sell signal that I got, and I saw it, and that's when I knew to make my trade. You notice it's the only sell signal as well over the last couple of months. The red arrows at the bottom are kind of buy signals. And this was one to get out. And typically, when this happens, there's over an 80% chance of this being correct. Okay, I forgot to show the actual backtest model. In addition, the ARB cloud is above the top band. This is yet another product, ARB cloud. We've covered IDSS. You can see here, being above the top band for the first time this year. The top band is what, 380, 390 up there. And that was a big spike. And that was another great signal. Again, out of the range means it will kind of mean revert. Obviously, big money, Wall Street, TradFi can't buy Bitcoin. So they're FOMOing into MicroStrategy. And finally, MicroStrategy mean reversion, yet another product, part of IDSS. Mean reversion, a key tool. And again, it's off the charts. You can see that it's spiked. It's gone way up. And that means everything mean reverts, which means most importantly for the options price, this spike, being so many standard deviations away from the normal means the options price is extremely rich. And that's when I sell options. I don't buy them. I sell them. And the layer out, this is the layer out model from MicroStrategy, not Bitcoin. You can see it hit 379. And again, another layer, another point, anchor point where we believe it should hit a little bit of resistance. In addition, I nailed the top to the penny. I was the highest price seller of call options today. It was 112 volume. Did this trade actually on Robinhood. And it's funny, I actually love trading there right now. But I also do a lot of trading on on Ameritrade when I'm doing, a lot of stuff. It's a mix, but I just find it easy to buy and sell Bitcoin, swap between MicroStrategy and Bitcoin and Robinhood, doing options on Robinhood. It is pretty slick, and I know it's Robinhood, but the spreads are unbelievable. Anyhow, I nailed that to the penny. And I just want to summarize this trade because there's a lot of nuance here. We've gone through a lot of products, a lot of methodology. Once you get used to doing this, it becomes second nature. I'm walking through my whole thought process, tools, the data points that I use to make decisions, how I identify which strike, etc. It's all in there. This was an out of the money call option, over $20 out of the money when I sold it. So before I even have to worry, it's got to go to $400. The strike is $400, okay? In addition, I got $28 for it. So it's $20 out of the money, and I get $28 for it. So MicroStrategy has to go up $50 before I even have to be concerned about losing any money. The probability of profit is 79%. The probability of IDSS being correct was 82%. And MicroStrategy, as I mentioned, needs to go up 13% before I start losing. And Bitcoin would have to be above 34,000 for this to happen. And my gambit is to let time expire between now and August 18th. That's 46 days away. And if Bitcoin does shoot above 34K, I'll roll up, and that's it. And I didn't do it for all my synthetic longs because I couldn't get fills on all of them, but I did it for part of it. All right, so that's very important too. Now, the question that comes in a lot today is like, if I just hold equity, what do I do? Well, it doesn't mean sell it. Do not sell. What I'm doing is I'm selling time and I'm selling volatility. All right, I want that to be very clear. You can see some of the Greeks here, the theta, the gamma, the vega, all extremely high considering what happened today. So I just want you guys to remember that this does not mean you should sell your MicroStrategy. You can, and maybe buy it back at a lower level. If you look at the layers here, we could go back to 322, 350, whatever the case may be. So that is the thought process, and that's how we do it. And again, just to recap as well, this is kind of bizarre. Where did I see it? I've pulled in right here $44.20 for the position I'm in, and it's worth, the synthetic long itself is worth over $200, and I got paid to do it. So each 20 contracts is worth $500,000. That is the magic of doing this, and I'll continue to do this as well. You know, if Bitcoin goes down, I will buy these calls back, hopefully at half of the price I sold them for, or a little bit less. The time will expire real fast. And then on the next spike, I'll do it again. And this is what I do. And I do it with great regularity every 6 to 12 weeks for many positions. This is how you make truly, truly life-changing money. And I do it all before your very eyes live. So thank you for that. Hope you enjoy it. And I'll do a lot more of these as we go forward too. So with that, everybody, remember, this is how you do it. Thanks all. Have a good Monday.